Teaching number 205. Come to receive the essence of my lectures, rest your spirit, calm your mind and heart. Approach me in such a way that you feel immersed in the peace of your Master. Just as you have come, so you will see your brothers arrive from distant lands, all seeking the light of this message. I will give everyone the first lessons that prepare them to understand later the teachings for the Spirit. Meditate on the word, penetrate the sentence always looking for the meaning, the essence of my doctrine. Understand that it is you, the men, who must conform to my laws and not my law to conform to your ideas and your conveniences. If I agreed with you that you apply my doctrine to your life according to your will and not according to mine, I truly tell you that you would never get out of your spiritual stagnation and you would never allow your spirit to transform, develop and perfect itself. Behold, you have humanity lethargic in its religions, without taking a step towards the light, because they have not submitted to what the divine law commands, but have tried to submit the law to their will, filling it with myths and errors. It has been necessary for many men of this time to emancipate themselves from all religion to be able to seek me with the Spirit and to be able to develop all those attributes, gifts and powers that they feel pulsating in the most intimate of their being. These are the ones who have been able to receive the messages that speak to them of eternal life. I have had to separate you from the various paths that you have traveled, to bring you to this path where my revelations shine and my messages reverberate because I want you to be among those who see life from a greater height of spiritual elevation. What is matter without spirit? A set of inanimate cells. The spirit is the life of matter, but both come from God. Have you ever thought that since everything comes from God, that He is in you? And why is He within you and for what? Is it to remain without manifesting? It then would not be God, because He arises, speaks, illuminates, makes Himself felt and manifests Himself everywhere. Do not suppose then that God is in you to remain hidden without giving you His message. Do not think that I can be in you without purpose. Know that God wants to manifest Himself to you in fullness. Would you know how to answer me if I asked you why God is in you? Why is He, being the whole, in what you call spirit, in that part of your being? Why does He want you to be a willing instrument of His manifestation? You still cannot answer me, disciples, because no one has taught you to meditate, therefore you do not know why you manifest the Father and why He expresses Himself through your works, but if you dedicate yourselves with love of the study and practice of my doctrine, do not doubt that you will soon be able to answer these and other even deeper questions, and when you have reached the light of that knowledge, you will truly know why and for what purpose the Father dwells in each one of His children. There are those who say that God does not exist and others who, confessing to believe in His existence, are not interested, and others, ignoring that they carry Him within themselves, do not know that they cannot live without Him. When you all have knowledge of this truth and sincerely believe that you are spiritual children of that divine essence, you will often wonder to what extent you have allowed God that you carry within your spirit to manifest through you. Time will pass, you will travel a long way and one day you will stop to contemplate and wonder the works that the Lord did through you, then you will remember Jesus, the Master, who allowed the will of His Father to be done within Him. When will you understand that God, who entrusted you with life, wants to use it to reveal Himself? See how sometimes just one of these messages is enough to make you look and understand far beyond where you had reached, and this understanding will put you on the path of doing wonders, because you will know yourselves and therefore you will know how to use your spiritual heritage. O beloved disciples, you must learn to impart love, give charity, and give with the Spirit. I tell you that he who manifests to the world the power of His Spirit and uses it, as a source of knowledge to offer to others, he will be fulfilling the will of the Father. You need to know all the powers and forces that you carry in you, so that the essence of your being begins to manifest. You will then see how easy it is to solve the problems of life, how serene and peaceful is the effort to ascend. Misery, pain and illness will be expelled by the power of the Spirit, which will be done through prayer. Prepare yourselves to receive me, have frequent moments of spiritual preparation, in which you are willing to communicate with your Lord. If you truly believe that you carry God in your being, could illnesses touch you or temptations make you fall? How then could the weak force of matter dominate you? I am freeing you and strengthening you to triumph over the world and the flesh, because I am leading you to bring you closer to perfect communication with the Father. Do not believe that you are among those that already have perfect communication in this dialogue through the organ of the brain. It is not even the simple intuition that sometimes illuminates your mind. The highest, the most intense communication that you achieve will never be through your matter. The body, disciples, is just a case, but inside there is a bottle whose perfume or essence is the spirit, and do you not think it is unfair that that perfume is locked up, when its aroma could embalm an entire room? The room could be your home today, tomorrow the world, and later endless space. People, open your inner temple so that you may receive in it the essence contained in this word. If it remains outside, if you do not allow it to enter your sanctuary, you will leave after listening to me, carrying on your shoulders the burden that you brought when you arrived, a burden of fatigue, of illnesses, of disappointments. Learn from those who are already preparing to listen to me, penetrating first into the inner temple that exists in the Spirit. They are strengthened and healed by my message of love. You lack the faith to raise your face and smile with hope and face the future, without fear, without distrust, because I am in the future. How many times are you sick just because you think so, because at every step you believe that fate follows you or pain lies in wait for you, then you attract with your mind the darkness, with which you surround your material life and your spiritual journey, but here you have me to rekindle faith in life, in truth, in the eternal, in perfect peace, and also to teach you to attract the light towards you. Disciples, the divine plan has been, is and will always be to make you perfect, and if God granted you the perfect idea for your formation, why dim the light of that truth that the Father placed in your being, as well as in everything He devised? Know that man is in the likeness of the universe and the universe in the likeness of man. The universe is the great home of the children of the Lord, but in it there are many rooms, through which you will have to pass for your perfection, and the spirit of man is the sanctuary in which your Lord must dwell. Understanding my word, you will soon say, Father, from today I open the doors of my inner temple so that your essence, which is life and health, wisdom and strength, penetrate into me. I tell you that when you speak to me like this, it will be because the Spirit has given itself over to its mission, then you will see me manifest through you, even your body, a small being, which nevertheless contains greatness in its formation. Today you inhabit this world, tomorrow you will inhabit another beyond the earth, and from each place you will take what is necessary for your improvement. You will find your brothers and sisters everywhere, because the universe is full of beings that all are children of God. Suns, stars, worlds, elements, beings of all kinds, atoms, forces, everything, from the highest angel to the darkest reptile, all are children of the absolute being, everything belongs to Him. You know that there is no wealth that has no owner, and the owner of that universal wealth is God. Now I ask you, disciples, is it possible that you are sick? Is it possible that you are troubled when this teaching is to make you free and happy? For the revelation that I have brought you, the spiritual initiation is necessary that only I, the Master of the Spirit, comes to give you. If you have always felt more matter than spirit, I come to teach you to be and feel more spirit than matter. That is redemption, salvation, and peace. Sometimes you ask yourselves, why in this time you suffer more than the men of the past times, and why have you had to come to fulfill a spiritual mission that you did not have before? And I tell you, this mission of walking spiritually through the paths of good and light to reach the top of the divine mountain, has always been in your spirit, and that, on the other hand, in your present existence, past debts, unfinished works and unfinished missions have accumulated. Whoever does not know how to understand the meaning of a new life, will rebel against my justice, taking its restitution as a punishment. On the other hand, whoever sees in a new existence the opportunity to settle debts and wash stains, he will bless the name of the Lord. You are still small, and as small you must be sincere. Do not be embarrassed to ask me for little things in your prayers. The essential thing is that you pray that I will inspire and educate you. Pray, take my phrases, and with the faith and strength that they pour forth, anoint yourselves and be healed. Tomorrow, when your prayer is no longer to cure your ills, but for your delight in your communication with the Father, the Spirit will travel through regions unknown to the mind. To some you will bring your light, to others your messages, and from others you will receive strength and delights of the Spirit. God, who is in you, will manifest His messages through your lips, when your spirit and body know how to interpret them. How can God speak through man? You may ask yourselves, and I tell you, at that time the Word became man to speak the word of God. The Word, which is the expression of wisdom, took flesh and his body was Jesus, the man. You who are disciples of him in whom the Word spoke, why should you not manifest it through the Spirit and even through the flesh? Today you are infants and you are not always able to understand my lesson, but for now speak to God with your heart, with your thoughts, and he will answer you from the most internal of your being. His message, which will speak in your conscience, will be a clear, wise, loving voice that little by little you will find and to which you will later become accustomed to. It is necessary that from the beginning you meditate on the messages that your prayer receives, so that you truly get to know what you receive from your Father and never confuse it with those voices, ideas, thoughts, and even revelations of your confused spirit. Only in silence and in meditation will you be able to distinguish the path by which each message reaches you. What man could say, in what spiritual regions does his spirit penetrate and to what height of the light does he know how to rise? No one. For this reason those who do not know the paths of prayer, of communication with God, of the meditation of the Spirit, often get confused, because instead of going towards the light, they penetrate into darkness, from where they receive bad inspirations and false messages. Try to reach the knowledge that leads to the eternal light of the Spirit, where your origin and your purpose is. Torrents of health overflows my word. If you prepare to receive, you will be healthy. If you know how to seek health, you will see that you have been cured by the Spirit. Ask, pray, seek me. In addition, I will grant you some advancement, but try to make merits. Gradually penetrate into the harmony of life, forming with all your brothers, present and absent, visible and invisible, a single family. Then you will enjoy an inner peace never known, and that will be what comes from the fulfillment of the divine mandate to love one another. Beloved farmers, I see you busy cultivating the fields, preparing the land, depositing in it the seed that will bear fruit tomorrow, thus a reward for your efforts. Select the seed and remove the earth, because you are beginning a year, which is the first of the last 3 in which I will manifest myself among you in this way. The time that remains is short and you will have to hurry in your preparation, because I do not want to leave you as weak infants, but as advanced disciples, close to becoming teachers. After my departure you will be responsible for the interpretation that you give to my teaching with your words and your deeds. Humanity will judge my doctrine in your actions and in your life. My inspiration will not fail you, by it you will know when you have to speak and what you must say. With a clear, precise and simple word you will make known the existence of the beyond that I have revealed to you, tracing with true love a spiritual path to your brothers, and you will always accompany your words with actions and examples. Little by little you are learning to feel other people's sorrows as your own. It is because your spirit, saturated with my teaching, rises, travels the distances and penetrates the mysteries of the beyond, where it discovers that the origin of all beings is one, the Father, in whom you are all brothers. Not only has your spirit found in my work cause for its advancement, your mental faculties have also developed as you feel my spiritual inspiration becoming greater in you, confirming that the understanding of everything that yesterday you were confused about increases, and the mysteries are being clarified. If you are not able to fully penetrate the realm of the Spirit, to understand and feel more closely all that it contains, it is because you remain oppressed by matter and under the influence of the world. I have revealed much to you, but in truth I tell you that man will never come to understand from this earth, what the existence that awaits him is like, in what way the Spirit lives, what joys he experiences before the divinity, and how, he who is full of imperfections, finds his purification. If the human mind conceived the joy of the pure spirit in the hereafter, that happiness would have limits, as man does. That is why I tell you that from here you will not be able to understand, you will only have a sense of it. Nor can you imagine the intensity of the pain that a spirit experiences when its conscience is before my divinity. That is why I always tell you, prepare yourselves and elevate your spirit, because the teachings that you must know are revealed to it. See how there must be a true harmony between the spirit and the mind, so that you can glimpse that truth from here. I have allowed your intelligence to expand and search infinity for the light it needs. I have granted you free will to choose the path, but I have put my precepts before your will. In that law you will be able to see the straight path, in it you will be able to find the knowledge so that you may purify your works. If you do not want to follow that path, you are free to deviate from it, but you will no longer be able to deceive yourself, your conscience will speak to you incessantly. Also when you arrive before me, already without matter, that interior judge of the conscience will judge you and will tell you which path of purification you must follow. That light of justice is part of the same God who is in you and who teaches you to love what is good and reject what is bad. In these years of preparation you will dedicate yourselves to studying my teachings, because there are many hearts that need your word. There is fatigue due to so much perversity, there is a hunger to live spiritually. The disciples of this work will lavish spiritual nourishment, they will correct the erroneous concepts that humanity has carried until now, they will give the good news of the time in which you live, they will announce the evolution of ideas and of life that this time will bring, they will be at the service of humanity, without distinguishing classes, sects, religions or races, and will be sensitive to every spiritual or physical need. These will be disciples like the lighthouse that illuminates the boat of the castaway, the star that saves those who grope at night. They will not build temples of stone, nor will they erect altars to publish their works. They will build a great spiritual temple, whose stones will be the hearts of humanity, uniting one by the force of love. Listen carefully to my lessons of these last 3 years, because the disciples who learn these lessons will be the teachers after the 50th year. At that time, wherever you congregate and rise in truth to me, I will illuminate you with the light of my inspiration so that you may do great and profound works, but prepare yourselves for it, because when the moment arrives marked by me, I will no longer use the spokespersons. Understand, beloved people, the way I want you to carry my word according to my will among humanity. In order not to fail, do not try to change from one moment to the next the customs that humanity has carried for centuries. Give them my teaching and they will understand the errors in which they have lived. The force of conviction that my doctrine possesses will illuminate their understanding and the truth will be recognized. Then, what once appeared before their eyes as false, will shine with infinite light. My children, I have been with you and I have touched your heart so that in it you may make me a place where I can dwell forever. My peace be with you. Teaching number 2.